everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and today I just finished watching episode 6 of Gen V, and this episode I guess you would describe it as a bottle episode. So in the last one we discovered that Kate, the one with the mind manipulation powers, has secretly been erasing people's memories, some of them several times over. We find out that Luke, Golden Boy, he had thought that Sam had died only because she told him that he did, and it turns out that he has confronted the principal of the school, the dean of the school, several times, and every single time that would happen, she would come in and erase his memory. And right now, the guess is that eventually that made him snap and kill the dean of the school. So we spend this entire episode pretty much just stuck in her head. It starts with her giving everyone back their memories. So last episode, everyone had forgotten everything, and they were trying to pretty much discover the mystery of who was messing with them, and it was revealed it was Kate. And now this episode, they get those memories back, and they take Kate over to their secret lodging area because she went unconscious, because she can only do that so many times. Her eyes go all bloodshot and stuff. And then we spend the rest of the episode inside of her brain. So it does kind of feel like the last two episodes, this one and the last one. There's not a lot of real world plot progression. There's a lot of reveals happening, and a lot of motivations as to what characters are trying to do, who's doing what, who knew what. But as far as actually stuff happening, it does kind of feel like we've kind of been sitting still for these last two episodes now. Not to say that that's bad necessarily. I mean, we have this entire episode takes place in Kate's head and in a couple other characters' heads, and we go through several memories, and we kind of see what they knew and why they were doing what they were doing. So it was interesting in that regard. But yeah, I definitely started to feel like, okay, by the end of this episode, all the characters are now on the same side, and they don't trust Kate, but Kate's oh, I'm sorry, I'll try to, she's gonna work hard to gain their trust back, right? And like I said last episode, she's probably gonna end up sacrificing herself to save the day, and then everyone's gonna be real sad that she died, right? And it still just kind of feels like we're in the same place where we ended the last episode. We're okay, they're gonna forgive her. They're all gonna work together to actually, find a way to stop this Woods project and get everything, exposed, I guess would be the only thing they could do. And yeah, basically what we see in this episode is how many times Luke had his memory erased, and then we see that Jordan Lee knew that Luke had confronted the dean before and helped stop him. But she was told at the time that it's because he was on some kind of essentially steroids at the time. These performance enhancements, I think that's what they say. So she knew that there was at least a problem. Obviously, she didn't know everything that was happening. So they kind of get onto her about that. And then they're all mad at Kate because of how much she knew and she didn't tell anybody. And we kind of see just how drastically powerful she is because they're trapped in this mindscape of hers. And we do get a cameo from Soldier Boy, which was funny, right? It turns out that she used to fantasize about Soldier Boy, so he's the imaginary friend that she has in her brain. So obviously not the real guy, but kind of I guess what people in this world would imagine he was like. And he ends up, he gets killed kind of as a joke, so it's not a major cameo or anything. It's just a funny thing that happened. And then basically they managed to get out of there. They convinced Kate to come with them, because she feels so guilty, she wants to just hide away inside of her own mind, but they managed to get her out of there. And one thing is that they have, I don't remember the character's name. There was the party guy. I don't know if we ever even saw what his powers were, but he was stuck with them in her mind because he just happened to be there. and then he gets killed in the dream, and he gets like exploded by Golden Boy in the dream. And I don't know if that means he's dead now, he's just gone. I suppose, because when they wake up, I don't think they even address it. I don't think anyone even brings up the fact that, like, oh, is his body unconscious on the floor? Is he like in a coma now? He died in the mind world. How does that work? You know, like they don't even like bring it up, I don't think. So that was interesting. Anyways, but we do get a little bit more of as to like what's really happening. So we basically found out that what they were attempting to do, or what Vought wanted them to do, was create a virus that would help them control the soups, right? It gives them a flu where they're kind of coughing and sneezing, but they're under control somewhat, right? So I suppose you could say it's like a mind control type thing, or at least that's what they're aiming for. And then the new dean, the new principal of the school, basically tells the scientist guy, like, well, try to make it stronger, you know, like add like 5% more. And when they do that, it just straight up kills the soup, right? And the doctor's freaking out, like, oh no, we killed the soup, I can't believe it. All I did was make it 5% stronger. You know, I thought I was giving them like the flu or something. And then she's like, well, can you make it contagious? So, you know, she might have her own ulterior motives, because Sam says like, oh, she hates us. So she might be going down the, oh, let's kill all the soups route, you know, by creating this virus that would kill them all, right? So I suppose this would be the show's way of like, we can have a villain that we can stop, you know, we can stop this like lady individually, without being able to like actually stop Vought, the corporation, right? So I guess that's kind of where this plot is going, is that they will eventually stop her, but Vought itself will still be able to spin this as some kind of like, oh, she went rogue, she started her own experiments that we had no idea existed, right? But of course, you know, they were trying to just do something else. You know, and I'm sure this will not be the last time we see of something like this happening. You know, they'll probably try again to create another virus that controls them. But yeah, that definitely seems the road this is all going down, is that she will be the individual villain for this show, and Vought will kind of just get away with it. But yeah, Sam is there, and he tries to attack Kate. Sam and Emma, you know, they have a sex scene, but he sees her as a puppet still, so that's kind of funny. You know, and it's unclear if that's just sometimes or if that's just always what he sees, but you know, he's got problems. It's okay. Anyways, they convince him not to kill Kate, because of course he knew the whole time that she was messing with everyone, right? Because he had seen how she would erase Luke's memories and everything. And now, yeah, like I said, they're all on the same team. They're all like, all right, now let's expose the woods. Let's try and shut this all down and figure out what's going on, you know. And it does look like next episode we're gonna see some like real, like, you know, action happening, where they're actually actively trying to stop things and expose things, and a bunch of action scenes are happening. And yeah, I'm ready for the plots, or at least, like, you know, I'm ready for the real action to start, you know, like try to stop them from doing this, try to actually move forward with the plot kind of thing. Because yeah, this episode and last episode, it's like, all right, now, so first, everyone has forgotten everything that's happened, so we have to deal with them all trying to remember. And then this episode, we're all stuck inside Kate's mind, so now we have to go through all these memories and have more revelations, which again, it's fine if that's the way you want to like do the story, but it is kind of, it feels like we hit pause a little bit. So I do feel like maybe these two episodes should have been spread apart by an episode or something. I don't know. But it's fine. I'm still really enjoying the show. I do like the revelations that we got some funny cameos, and yeah, it feels like we're finally here at this point. We're like, okay, all the essential questions have been answered. Now we can finally get to like the third act of like, hey, let's actually, you know, stop them. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about Gen V episode 6, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.